There is a very beautiful meditation that has to do with breathing. It's actually a breathing exercise. It's called breathing chedva, breathing joy. In Hebrew there are many words for happiness and joy, but the original, or the first initial state of experiencing joy is called chedva, the sharp experience. That's why the word chedva, joy, comes from the word sharpness. It's a sharp first initial experience of joy. And this experience relates to the cycle of breath. In our breathing, we have 4 different parts to the cycle. We inhale and then we hold the breath for a period of time, a few seconds, and then we exhale, and then for another few seconds we rest. So this 4-stage cycle of breathing, in Kabbalah it corresponds actually to 4 different faculties of the mind: the crown and wisdom and knowledge and understanding, and then back once more to the crown. This is the cycle that we breathe. And the inhaling, the first step is the crown, and then the holding is the wisdom, and the exhaling is the knowledge, and the hold and the rest at the end is understanding. And so it revolves, it cycles around and around. In order to relate and to correlate the breathing cycle to the secret of this word chedva, and actually thereby, whilst we are breathing, to experience the experience of this sharp first state of happiness and joy in our souls, which then obviously gives rise and generates all of the other levels of happiness in our souls. We translate the 4 letters of this word into their numbers. The word chedva is chet, dalet, vav, hey in Hebrew. Chet is 8, dalet is 4, vav is 6, and hey is 5. And this is exactly the rhythm of the cycle that we breathe, meaning that the inhaling, which is called she'ifa in Hebrew, we give a count. It's an inner count of the heart. It doesn't have to be exact. It's just that we count from 1 to 8. That's the inhaling process. We take in from 1 to 8. To inhale in Hebrew means to aspire. Aspiring is in the will of the crown, of the super consciousness of our souls. Then we hold the breath for a count of 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's the second letter, the dalet of chedva. That holding the breath is bringing the superconscious experience into the beginning of consciousness, into the wisdom of the soul. Then in exhaling, we bring that experience or that consciousness, we draw it into our bodies. Knowledge is drawing the mental faculty or the connection to a truth into each respective part of the body that is intended and was created to experience that particular experience. And finally, the last and that takes place in a count of 6, which is the 3rd letter of chedva. And then finally, the final count is 5, and that's the rest. That's the mother principle. Understanding is called the mother principle, that the conscious has reached its place, its destination in the body and in the spiritual and the physical limbs of our souls and bodies, and it resonates very, very slowly and beautifully in its intended place. That's what happens in the final stage of the breath, the hey, the 5. So once more, the count is 8, 4, 6, 5, which spells the word chedva. And in this way we are breathing and experiencing chedva. After we have done this many times and it's become natural, it's become so natural that we don't even have to count. That's the way it should be. That we don't need to count at all. It just becomes a natural process of breathing joy, chedva, into our souls and into our bodies. Then we can also apply it to different verses in the Torah. The most important verse in the Torah is Shema Yisrael Hashem Elokeinu Hashem Echad. Hear, O Israel, God is our God. The first God is Havaya, the essential name of Hashem. Havaya is our God, Havaya is one. The first phrase, Hear, O Israel, Shema Yisrael, has 8 letters to it. Then comes Hashem's 4-letter, the Tetragrammaton, Shem Havaya, 4 letters. Then comes is our God, it has 6 letters to it. And then finally comes Havaya Echad, Havaya is one. Havaya has 4 letters, and if we relate or treat the word one just as one, as the number itself one, as it says, then that makes the 4 become 5. So this is there are many different verses that can be applied and related to the breathing process of Chedva, but definitely the most important one is relating it to the Shema, to Shema Yisrael Hashem Elokeinu Hashem Echad, that the inhaling, or the taking in the 8 letters of Shema Yisrael, Hear, O Israel, and then the holding is Havaya, and then the exhaling is our God, which, as we said before, that's bringing it into our experience, into the particular experience of each physical and spiritual limb of our soul body. And then finally we say Hashem, that's the resonation, the eternal resonation in our souls and bodies of Hashem's oneness is simply Hashem is one. Hashem is one is actually now, we're treating it as 5 because Hashem has 4 letters and then 1 is simply adding an additional 1. So in this way we breathe joy, and we breathe joy in our experience of uniting God in our souls, in our lives. Hear, O Israel, Havaya is our God. Havaya is one.